distinguished guests, members of the Milton Hershey School family, relatives, and friends. My goal today is to be a spark in someone's life. A spark is an ignition to live a greater life and strive for greater purpose. Before I begin, I'd like to ask you all a question, one that has greatly impacted my life for the better. Among many people who have made a difference in my life while being at Milton Hershey School, Mrs. Christine Holliday, my 4th grade teacher, has loved me as if I were her own. When we were in 4th grade, she'd often ask us the following question, taken from a poem by Mary Oliver. Mrs. Holliday would ask our 4th grade class, "Tell me what you plan to do with your one wild and precious life." So I ask you to think of your answer to that question this morning. I enrolled at Milton Hershey School at the age of 5, straight out of foster care. I was born into a life of poverty, a life exposed to domestic violence, drug abuse, homelessness, and chaos. After the incarceration of both of my parents, my siblings and I were placed into foster care. Every day seemed never ending. My mom was trying to get things back together at home, but at the time I didn't know that. So switching from home to home, I was clueless as to why nobody wanted me. Right when I would get comfortable, I would have to get up and leave again. On July 17th, 2005, I had no clue that my new home would be permanent. I enrolled at MHS, and within 2 weeks, something was different. I ended up changing my house parents' names from Mr. and Mrs. Linham to Mom and Dad. While my mother still struggled to get back on her feet, I was nurtured and loved unconditionally here. Life has a funny way of battling you. Life sees how many punches you can take and still manage to get back up. You see, life at MHS hasn't always been easy. We often found ourselves getting frustrated with the constant change, sort of like when they swapped our chocolate milk and blue juice for healthy options like low-fat milk and water. Each individual in the wild and precious class of 2018 has walked a different journey to the same destination. Some have walked an easier path than others, but we have all persisted through adversity to make it to this beautiful moment that we share with you today. Through the years, I still struggled with things not being perfect at home. I've dealt with the death of loved ones. I've often wondered if my mother would have food on her plate, or if my father was okay while he chose to be in and out of my life, or if things would just ever get better at home. When my brother and sister decided that MHS wasn't for them, it took everything in me to look at this opportunity and take a hold of it so that I could finish strong. It's a hard battle. You want to succeed, but you have worries, fears, and anxieties that cradle you to sleep with eyes full of tears at night. Every person on this stage has had to deal with this in one way or another. If there's one thing that I'm grateful for, it's that I didn't have to battle life alone. With its many blows, I had an army. Every staff member here at MHS, every teacher, every house parent, and every cafeteria worker has played such a huge role in not only my life, but I'm sure I can speak on behalf of my class when I say all of our lives. They have helped us fight these battles. I wouldn't be doing my part if I didn't share my appreciation with the people who are sparking my life along this 13-year journey. Although so many people had a huge impact on me, I'd like to thank a few in particular today. Thank you, Mrs. Holliday, for being a beacon of light in my life since the moment I arrived here as a 5-year-old girl. You've watched me grow into the woman I am today, and have helped mold me into someone who wants to change this world for the better. I also want to thank Mrs. Jane Gert. If I could give someone the definition to what a remarkable woman is, I would probably respond with your name. You have shown me a new way of living so I may take on life and not let it take on me. With that being said, thank you, President Pete Gert. You have always made me feel like I'm worthy of care. You remember the little things. And when I told you I wanted to be the next Oprah, you didn't laugh. Instead, you said, I can see it. You have taught me that not even the sky is the limit because there are people who have landed on the moon. I'd like to thank my elementary, middle school, and high school house parents, as well as my TL staff, for raising and nurturing me. Thank you to Mrs. Emily Gallo for mentoring me and showing me that as a female, I can do anything that I put my mind to. Thank you for being an ear to me through my tough times. Thank you to Emily, Mikey, and Irene for being my best friends along this journey. Last but definitely not least, I would like to thank my mom. I know it wasn't easy, but I'm so unbelievably thankful that you did this for me. You're my best friend, and now I can go make something of myself to give back to you. In front of everyone today, I want you to know, as well as the many other parents and sponsors today, you did the right thing. You see, life knocks you down. Life isn't easy. It's full of heartache and it's full of so many letdowns. However, you can decide if you let life control you or if you control life. My name is Felicity Torres, and I'm no longer a statistic of society. Let me tell you my name again. My name is Felicity Torres, and I'm no longer a statistic of society. Mi nombre es Felicity Torres, y yo no soy una estadística de la sociedad. Society would say that an 18-year-old Hispanic girl should be pregnant right now. Society would also say that a Hispanic girl my age should be affiliated with drugs or be a high school dropout. Society does not say that a young Hispanic girl like myself should be graduating today and be becoming the first of her family to attend college. Society would say that most of us sitting on this stage should not have made it. Adversity should have knocked us all out, but I'm so proud to say that it didn't. So I tell you today, my beautiful, wild, and precious class, continue breaking the cycle and tearing off every single label that society has tried to give to us. To everyone in the audience, it is never too late to live life like a Spartan, to take on each day with courage, strength, and perseverance. It does not matter where you've come from, but it's where you decide to go from here. Be that spark that someone else needs in their life. So I ask you one last time today, what are you going to do with your one wild and precious life? Thank you. Yeah.